There are moments on live television that catch you completely off guard, not because something dramatic happens, but because something quietly real does. Ben Shephard has been a familiar face on Good Morning Britain for years. Viewers know his warmth, his humor, the easy way he moves through serious interviews and lighter segments alike. But there's a version of Ben that doesn't often make it to air, the private one. The husband. And when that side surfaces, even briefly, people notice. His wife Annie has largely remained away from the spotlight, and honestly, that's made the moments when she does appear feel all the more significant. There's something about a public figure choosing to keep something sacred, kept close, protected, that makes audiences instinctively lean in when the curtain shifts, even slightly. What struck many viewers wasn't necessarily the grand gesture. It rarely is with moments like this. It was the softness of it. The way Ben's whole demeanor seemed to change. That familiar presenting confidence giving way to something quieter, more unguarded. Some people watching felt like they were seeing a different man entirely. Not the host, not the broadcaster. Just someone deeply fond of the person beside him. Body language communicates so much more than words ever could on live television, and viewers who've watched Ben for years picked up on it immediately. The ease between them, the kind of comfort that doesn't need to perform itself. You can't manufacture that for a camera, and audiences, even passively, sense the difference between something staged and something genuine. This felt genuine in a way that was almost disarming. It's worth asking why moments like this resonate so powerfully. Partly, it's the parasocial relationship viewers build with television presenters over time. You spend years watching someone in your living room every morning. You feel, on some level, like you know them. So when a personal moment surfaces, a glimpse of the life that exists beyond the studio desk, it carries emotional weight that a standard celebrity story simply doesn't. There's also something about love being displayed without self-consciousness that people find genuinely moving. It almost seemed as though Ben wasn't thinking about the cameras at all in that moment. And that unself-consciousness is rare. In an industry built on presentation, a moment of pure, unfiltered warmth tends to stay with people. Viewers online began reflecting on what the moment suggested about the quieter architecture of Ben's life, the relationship that presumably underpins all the early mornings, the high-pressure interviews, the relentless pace of live broadcasting. Some audiences started wondering whether we don't perhaps see enough of this side of the presenters we invite into our mornings so regularly. The professional and the personal, briefly overlapping. There's a reason this kind of moment travels further than a headline. It taps into something universal. Most people watching understand, at some level, what it feels like to be proud of someone you love. To want the people around you to see them the way you do. That quiet pride is readable across any screen. What lingered for many wasn't anything particularly dramatic. It was simply the feeling that something unscripted and honest had slipped through, a reminder that behind the presenting roles and the production schedules, there are real people with real lives and real affection for the people they've chosen to share those lives with. Maybe that's what kept the conversation going long after the segment ended. Not the moment itself, exactly, but the feeling it left behind, warm, unforced, and quietly human. What did you notice?